Henry and the Milk. One day, Henry was very happy. He was to pull a special. Although he didn't realize this, the shunting diesel was late, so he waited patiently. Then at last, the brake van was shunted onto the train. The shunting diesel pulled up next to Henry. "Sorry I was late," he said. "I was busy helping Gordon up his hill because Edward wasn't available." "It's okay," said Henry, and he puffed off. Henry puffed happily down the line. Although he hadn't realized it, he was slipping. He came off the rails at a bridge. Sir Topham Hatt arrived on board Duck. "The accident wasn't your fault," he said. "We should have put sand in your sandbox." Henry agreed. Henry was repaired and had delivered his special just in time. "Thank you, Henry," said his driver. Henry heartily agreed. Stephen to the rescue. One day, Ari and Bert were being incredibly rude to Stephen. "We'll give him some rest in a scrapyard," chuckled Bert. "He's a clanking machine," laughed Ari. The next day, Stephen rested in a siding when he saw Ari and Bert again. They were pulling a coal train. The troublesome trucks were behaving very badly. "Hold back," they giggled. Ari and Bert struggled for a moment, and they ran out of fuel. "What do I see here?" laughed Stephen. "Two diesels stuck on the tracks?" Ari and Bert did not say a word. Stephen switched to Ari and Bert's track and was coupled up. He huffed and puffed, and the train was moving again. Stephen puffed in with Ari and Bert. Sir Topham Hatt was waiting for them. "Great efforts today, Stephen. You will get a new coat of paint," he said. "As for you two," he said, "I heard from James that you've been very rude to Stephen. He might be a clanking machine to you, but he's always apologetic whenever he makes a mistake and tries his best. For your punishment, you will be working in the coal mines with Willie after you've been refueled." And with that, Sir Topham Hatt went away. When Stephen arrived at the fuel depot, Ari and Bert apologized. "It's okay," he said. "Apology accepted." Stephen puffed away to collect his passenger train, leaving him knowing that he is a really useful engine. The return of the lorries. All the engines on Sodor are very busy. But not Percy and Mavis. "We're being overworked. I can hardly move my train," said Mavis. Then Hurricane puffed in. "Then I recommend a lorry should do your job." Mavis said nothing, although Percy was rather shocked, remembering the last time he saw a lorry. It wasn't long when they arrived. "You didn't change since we last met," said one lorry. The other two were saying rude things to Mavis, who ignored them. When Percy was in a siding, he saw one of the two lorries that was rude to Mavis. He was coming down a hill when he had crashed into a freight car. Percy couldn't help but laugh, while the crashed lorry was humiliated. As Thomas took the lorry to the docks, Butch, the breakdown vehicle, towed the other lorry that was rude to Mavis. "What happened to him?" asked Thomas. "He was leaving the station," came the reply, "and he broke down." Then Henry arrived with another lorry. "Whatever happened to this one?" he asked. took a wrong turn and fell straight into the sea," said the driver. "We'll be back, you steaming kettles," said the lorries. Now, all the engines have to work harder than ever to make sure that the lorries don't come back again. D261 Do Right. One day, D261 was in the yard when... "You didn't do anything you were asked to do," said Sir Topham Hatt. Then he went away. D261 was very cross. "I make one mistake and poof, I'm in trouble." As D261 pulled into the station, he saw Stephen there. "I need you to take cows to the docks, coal to the quarry." "I need you to take cows to the school, coal to the quarry, and lastly, stone to the docks," D261 said. What D261 did not know was that James was supposed to be taking the cows, Percy was supposed to be taking the coal, and Thomas was supposed to be taking the stone. First, he took the cows to the school. Next, he took coal to the quarry. Last, he took the stone to the docks. D261 waited and waited. "I'm going to love this," he said to himself. "Thomas, Percy, and James," said a familiar voice. "You didn't do your jobs properly. James, the cows were needed at the docks, not the school. Thomas, the coal was needed at the docks, not the quarry. And Percy, the stone was needed at the school, not the docks," said Sir Topham Hatt. "The only engine to have done his jobs properly was D261, said Sir Topham Hatt. "You know me, D261 Do Right," he said. Just then, Stephen came in. "Sir, Thomas, Percy, and James are innocent," said Stephen. "D261 was the culprit. He tricked me," he added. "D261, it was you the whole time," said Sir Topham Hatt. "You will work at the waste dump with Whiff and Scruff for 2 weeks," he added. Then D261 slithered away. "Thomas, Percy, and James, I'm sorry I falsely accused the 3 of you," said Sir Topham Hatt. Soon, the 3 engines forgave him. Then, James told Stephen about the time D261 had got a bowler hat stuck in his air intake. And the 4 engines laughed.